it's Mich here, and welcome to my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping by, and if you are one of my returning crafty friends and kindred spirits, thanks so much for hopping on again today. Today will be another week in the collage with Mich. This was just a little collage I put together for any of you that might have been interested in sort of crafting along. There is a Facebook group, and it's Mich Crafty Community, if that's something that you're interested in. The prompts are free on the Facebook page, or you can email me. All the information is in the description box below. I started calling it the Rolodex or Memorydex Challenge, but you can do any kind of format that you like. People are using, Sue Gasway is using the flashcards, and I know some of the others are using like index cards and notebooks, etc. So feel free to use whatever you want to do and interpret the prompts in any way that you would like. Now, I started this thinking that I would just be doing the Rolodex. I've had a Rolodex for quite a long time, and I just wanted to start making little collages, kind of to challenge myself on doing a small format. But as I was looking up the Rolodex, kind of looking up ideas and stuff on Pinterest, I saw the Memorydex and decided that I wanted to do the Memorydex too, because I just liked maybe doing it in a bit bigger format. So I started to do these on the Memorydex too. And it's just a way that I can be super creative and do sort of a clean type version, I guess, on the Memorydex. And then on the Rolodex, I can do something a little bit more, I don't know, vintage or grungy, I guess. I've also been trying to do some postcards just to send out in Happy Mail. So some of the postcards that, if I can pull them out here, that I've been doing, I am hoping to get a mail out done in September. So here's just some of the ones that I have been doing. So this week, again, just time's been tight. We were on holidays not long ago and stuff. So I'm not going to do a postcard, but I have just created another one sort of off camera when I was playing with some of my fall stuff. So I am just going to put this into the postcard pile. So this week, we only started in April. So this week, the word is breathe, and the prompt is magnets or magnet. And you don't have to use literally magnets. You can interpret that any way that you want. Now for the Memorydex, I am going to use a magnet. And I created this little envelope that I thought was kind of cute, just with some DigiKit papers. And I thought I'll just use a little magnet to just keep it closed. And then I can just stuff some things inside it. So I'm just going to set my magnet down there and stick it on there. And then I will just... The problem is, I don't think it's going to stick on this side. It will repel. So with all magnets, as I'm sure that you know, there's a side that will attract and a side that will repel. So this side is the side that will attract. So just got to find the spot. And there we go. And then stick it down there. Okay, so then that's going to be, and I'm thinking that I don't really like that point as long, so we'll just cut that off. Okay, and then I'm just going to put a little piece of Scotch tape over that so that when I'm putting things in and out of the envelope, it's not necessarily going to catch on that. And it will just secure it down. Now on this side, I can hide that with another little piece of paper, which I'll worry about later. But for now, I just want to get these sort of glued down. Okay, and then I'm going to put that on my Memorydex card, something like that. Now my saying, if I can find my sayings, is just breathe. And I was hoping that I had that in my stickers, and I do. So I'm thinking that I'll just put maybe just breathe there, but I'm not exactly sure. For now though, I'm going to pull this right down to the bottom. But before I do that, I have a little piece of ribbon that I had in my stash that I'm just going to just put that down. I think I'll just put that down with a little bit of tape. And I'll put that right about here. I'm not too worried if it overhangs my little slots a little bit, as it'll just push it up. So let's get this down. It's a beautiful evening here. I worked today, and I told myself, you're either gonna do your collage for this week, or you're gonna go out and try to deal with the Japanese beetles that are destroying your rose bush. So here I am, because I don't think I can face those Japanese beetles. I've been out, I just can't keep on top of them. I don't know if it's an extra year or what, but okay, so then I went to some of my just little ephemera kits and found a few little things that I would like to just kind of put in the background there. So I think maybe I'll get these down before I actually put my envelope down. I'm kind of thinking something like that, which I think would look cute. Like so. I probably don't need all of that, but let's just get this down. My glue keeps drying up because the top of it is full of dried glue, and I keep meaning to take it out in the kitchen and soak it so that I could try to pull all that dried glue out, but I haven't yet done that. Okay, I kind of wanted to see that part. I'm thinking maybe if I pull this over a bit. That Elmer's glue, I use Elmer's glue, and I'll tell you, it does tend to dry quite quickly. I think that I might not need that one. I think I'll just use that bit and then have that kind of stuck like that. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there. So I had my supper. I'm trying to, for the month of September, I'm trying to be as healthy eating as I can. So I sauteed a bit of carrot with celery and some chicken. But I don't know. I just found the chicken really tough. I've not usually found that much with chicken, but anyway, I don't think I overcooked it, but I could have. Okay, and then I'm just gonna, for now, just put this little, just a note in there. And then I found another piece of just scrap ribbon, and I just took my punch and punched a little circle and my little scallop punch, and then I had this butterfly, so I thought I would layer that up. Now I am going to use a little bit of, sorry for reaching there, a little bit of my 3-in-1, which is just like Fabri-Tac, on here. Get this off. Okay, and then I'll just get this down here, like so. I really love, love, love cotton lace. I don't know if it somehow takes me back somewhere in time. Maybe as a child I wore cotton lace. Okay, and then this I just need regular glue. But then I always find that the foil, I sometimes find that glue doesn't stick as great to the foil, but I find that this double-sided tape usually sticks pretty good. So we'll get that down and get down my little butterfly. Okay. And then my Just Breathe, I could actually have lowered that a little bit more too. My Just Breathe, I'm thinking that I might like, so there's a brown one, there's white, black and white. Thinking I might like the black to go right there. Just breathe. Sometimes I need to be reminded to just breathe. And I think that's that one done. Okay, I'm kind of happy with that one. And then that's a literal use of magnet. So when I was thinking about my other one, so I already have on my Rolodex, I've already just put some scrap paper down on the back. And I started to look through kind of my sticker book. I was looking for a picture of a magnet, just one of those, you know, U-shaped magnets. And I couldn't, anyways, I might have missed it, but I looked through the antiquarian and the bibliophilia, and I couldn't find anything there. So then I was looking in this book, which I've had for, you can tell it's all sun weathered, but to be honest, I hardly have ever used this book. When I was looking through here, I found some magnets, but then I saw the moon, the Earth and the moon, and I thought that is exactly what I want to use, because the moon is a magnet, right? It pulls the tides, it pulls, you know, the Earth. And that I remembered that I had this little studio light die cut apart thing that I've had for quite a long time. And so I thought I want to make use of that. And thinking that the word is breathe, I just kind of felt like, you know, nature, breathing in nature. So I've got sort of the magnet as far as the moon in the picture, but I wanted to do this more kind of like just breathe, I guess. But I found another saying, and you'll have to excuse me if I seem to be talking funny. I bit my tongue, and it's kind of painful. Breathes the quiet beauty. This is those Tim Holtz just fragments, and I just thought breathes the quiet beauty would really apply to this little collage, because it's sort of breathing in that fresh air, nature, the wholesomeness of it all. I just wasn't quite sure if I wanted just to put that saying right down on here. Yeah, I think I will. I know what I was thinking. Is I pulled some washi tapes. That's what I was thinking. Around sort of the color palette of this. And these ones have some moons and whatnot. I think that's too big. So I was kind of thinking, this one just says, shine bright, dare to dream. But some of that will be cut off because I'll be cutting out the notches. But I thought that this would, and this has a little bit of shimmer to it too when you turn it a certain way in the light. I don't even know where I got it. But I thought that would that would work. And then I was thinking this one here, which is the phases of the moon. But I want to put that on top. So I thought we'll go with this one, which are just little stars. So I'll put that one down. Oop. Top of there. Like so. Okay. Chester is sound asleep in the bedroom. And I had to go look on him, make sure he was still all right, because normally when I'm cooking supper, he's right there. And he doesn't eat people food at all. He doesn't beg or want people food, but if I'm in the kitchen, he thinks that he needs to have a snack too. Okay. So I think this will work out fine. Let's get those little pieces off. Okay, and then I'm just gonna estimate this. I can trim it up better later for the sake of time. Go around there. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. I think I already said that. It's about, it must be 7 o'clock in the evening. So I'm hoping to get this done and posted this evening to come out tomorrow, Wednesday. I'll get all these off here. Stuck to my fingers. I can't get them off. Alright, we'll have to work with it because... Okay, and then, so, breathes the quiet beauty. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll have that as the moon. And then the woods. Might have to put a little bit of glue on that. So I pulled, I don't know what got into me, that I pulled all my Christmas scrapbooking stuff, not my Christmas stuff, but my, in January when I put, sorry, I'm faffing about with this. When I put my Christmas stuff away, I put all my Christmas paper, as in scrapbook paper and Christmas stickers and all that stuff away in the cupboard too. And I usually don't pull that stuff out until towards the end of October, I guess. I'll pull out the scrapbook stuff and start doing a little journal or something. But I don't know, something's gotten into me and I've pulled the stuff out already. Well, I don't have room in my craft room. So I've put it all out on the kitchen table. And now it just feels a bit cluttery. But in saying that, when you don't have that much space, you make the best of what you can. Alright, so I'm kind of thinking something like that. And then so I'm going to just put a little bit of glue in the center of that for now. And I'm going to put that kind of off to this side a bit. Because I've got this. I've got this one here. And I can't have it overhanging too much or it won't fit in the little box. Okay, so I'm thinking something maybe, I don't want it, okay, something like that. Okay, and then I can put my little purple flower there, like so. And then this one here is just like a sketched one. But I liked that too. And on this side, we can just aim this down a little bit, as well as this little flower, like so. And then here, just some little sketched leaves. And then a little sketched flower, like that. And I think that that might be good. I just might like to have maybe a little something. I could have one of these little hearts, sort of tucked up there. I'm not sold on that. So here's some more little, what about, I could use this little sketched one. Or a purple heart. Kind of like that. It's either that or this other little sketched flower. I think I'm kind of liking that. It's hard for you to kind of see. No, you know what? I kind of like this little heart. There's a smaller heart there. Maybe try this one here. I find these are hard to punch out. I don't know why. But we're going to go with this one here, which is a little bit smaller. Yeah, I like that better. And I keep these in a little CD folder. When I take a bit out, and I just put it all together. Okay, and I think that those are our collages for this week. So we have our Memorydex one, and then we have the moon as a magnet. Oops, and look, I covered over my She Breathes the Quiet Beauty. So I'm just going to pull that up just a little bit. Here we go. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed those quick little collages. And with the little postcard, I'm not quite sure where this butterfly just came from. I have the word breathe, but it doesn't really have magnet with it. So, but those are our little makes for this week. I hope you really enjoyed that. And until we meet again, I do hope you stay safe and well, and bye for now.